Welcome back to Armored Commander, guys. I played some more Battlefield 5 and it left me very much in the mood to continue the fight. So, let's proceed to continue our campaign. July, that's right, we're starting a new day, right? We just leveled up some people. July 28th, 1944. Let's advance to the next day. And hope we're not in combat. July 30th, hey, we skipped at least one day. Avranches. Having finally cleared the dangerous bocage terrain, your battle group approaches the town of Avranches, the gateway to Brittany and southern Normandy. Okay. It's a clear, dry day. We're still in our shitty Sherman tank. We'll always be in a Sherman tank, for the record. It's just variants of Sherman tanks. Our mission type is advanced, which is at least easier than the hardcore fighting I think we were doing yesterday, or 2 days ago. Alright, medium resistance expected, clear, dry. We need to load up, don't we? We need a lot more. We have a lot of AP, surprisingly. Let's get a lot more HE going. We can't take any HCBI. I'm going to take some one load of white phosphorus just because. What if we need it? What if we need it and we're like, we don't have it? Then we'll be sad. Alright, let's close the menu. Here we are. Standard M4. At least our guys are a little higher level. Might be a little more effective than we have been, which has not been too ineffective. I didn't notice if we were buttoned down or what we were doing there. Heading to your start area took 2 hours and your tank expended 4 HE rounds. Alright, that could be worse. Your tank is the lead tank. Again? How the fuck do we keep drawing the short straw? Select an area. Alright, let's figure out what we're doing first. So we want to go, I mean, along the dirt road makes the most sense, right? We have 12 hours. Assuming it doesn't rain, we could get there probably along the dirt road. We'd have to cut through, what the fuck is that blue shit? Like, I know this forest. We had to cut through a forest or something at some point. If the blue is, like, impassable and I'm not aware of that, then this is not going to be the way to go. We could either go up the road and take a right and then cut through that forest and get there. And that might be the fastest way, actually. Then we'd have to deal with whatever the blue shit is. That's probably easier than going all the way up. Yeah, let's do that. So let's see here. Let's check this area. With our free check. Light enemy resistance. Perfect. Let's just roll on in there. Enter. Yep. And we will fire along the way. Alright. Weapons infantry, we can deal with that. More of them. Is that it? Awesome. Fuck, we lost some infantry. That's not good. Alright, yes, you're going to look there. Alright, let us... We have HE loaded. Let's go ahead and fire at them with that. Let's do fire main gun. Let's direct the main gun fire. Let's fire the bow machine gun. We missed. Can't hit? Yeah, we can. Can't kill him with this attack. Must be too far away, I guess. Or the fact that they're in a building. Are they in a building? Is that what that signifies? I'm not used to these symbols yet, clearly. Alright, what if we just... Let's button him up. Let's not take a risk here. Let's fire the coax machine gun. And you direct the coax machine gun fire. Let's proceed. I don't want to waste too much ammo here. Yeah, we're good with all this. You don't have to fire this anymore. You can go back to that even though there's no point. We want to turn the turret and fire at them. Alright, we killed them with the machine gun. Excellent. So we lost a victory point there because we lost an infantry squad. It wasn't worth it, but whatever. And we got 2 for taking it, so I guess we ended up getting 1 point for that. Let's pull people out of their hatches. Definitely want the driver out so he can better park behind a hill. And we'll have him out just for the sake of having him out. Alright, I think we're going to... Oh, you are requested to head to the highlighted map location and check it for estimated enemy resistance. Okay. Do we roll up the road here? I guess we're going to have to. Let's take the detour. We have time. We have plenty of time, I think. maybe not. Do we have time? Let's see here. It's going to take us 45. The plan was 45, hour and a half, 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours, 4.5 hours to get here. We have 11. So if we do this, it's 45 minutes. We could just recon it. We're up to an hour. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Let's check an adjacent area. We'll check. I don't know why I use this tab and not the arrow keys. Let's check here. Light enemy resistance. That's fine. Let's roll right in there. Yes, go ahead and fire. Only use 1 round. Nothing there. 6 VP. All right, let's check. So we have 5 victory points for reconnoitering that area. Now let's head back. Let's enter an adjacent area. Let's go this way. Enter an adjacent area. Let's go this way. I didn't even check it, darn it. All right, well, blast away or fuck me. This could be bad. I should have checked first. That was really stupid of me. They fired at me, and all the people are out of the damn tank. Oh, they missed. Oh my god, but barely. Is it 7mm? I don't know what that is. Is that a lot less than 75, I would guess? I don't know. Our turn now. That's not good at all. Okay. Well, guys, we're potentially in the line of fire here, so we're going to, well, let's do spotting first. Let's go ahead and spot. That thing fired a machine gun, didn't it? That's probably not the biggest threat. Let's look for this thing. It is a Stug. Holy fuck. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let me pull out the actual game. So I'm looking at my OBS studio window because this is a bit small. Unidentified. This one's a Stug. What do we know about it? It's got a 75 liter? I don't know what the fuck that is. 75 L gun. 75 inch? That can't be right. That'd be very big. That'd be worse than the worst howitzer ever made. I mean, I don't know, man. The thing is, this thing is in our front sights. We could potentially fire on it right now. Here's what we could do. What if he throws a smoke grenade? What is it? What is that? Let's give him a throw a smoke grenade. He'll try and cover us to the right. You are going to fire on that Stug that's in front of us because it's right there. Reload. Pass ammo. Let's button U2 up. We're leaving him out to throw a smoke grenade. Let's do that. What are we doing? This is the fire main gun. Yes, you want to fire at that, exactly. I missed. Oh, we covered ourselves in smoke. I thought we'd get to direct where it goes. They fired at a friendly tank. No effect. They fired at us. Damn it. Damn it, we're hitting the hull. Your tank's armor is penetrated by the hit. This ain't good. Your tank explodes, killing the entire crew. Well, this was a short video. But so be it. There you go. Encounter result, tank loss. Yeah, and everybody's dead. You are dead. Your campaign is over. All right, man. Well, you know what? That game took a bit of time to grow on me. I was so excited to play it, and then when I started playing it, I was like, I don't really enjoy this. But part of that was I didn't know you could turn the turret and fire at the same time, so it often felt like I was just chasing a moving target and accomplishing nothing, especially for the first video or so. After I started realizing you could fire with the turret, and even before then, once I started actually nailing kills myself, I was starting to enjoy the game quite a bit. That's really interesting. It's unlike any other roguelike I've ever played. I quite like it. You know, some people would argue it's not a roguelike. It's not the traditional movement on a grid concept. You're moving by, by sector or so in the overland map, and then in this, there's obviously hexagons at work, and it's I don't know. It's like I said, kind of I used the right word before. Ambiguous is not the right word, but kind of abstracted. How the combat unfolds in the sense that you don't know where your people are and that sort of thing. But it's a roguelike in my books, procedurally generated, long campaign. I like it. It's something I'm going to return to. So I'll include a link in the first video where you can find this game. Go check it out, man. It's worth your time. It's a good game. All right, see you later, guys. I'll stop. No, I'll press enter. Let's see what happens. Here we go. We made it to day 3 out of 68. We were almost there. Out of 68. Holy fuck. All right. Well, we lost the one tank. We killed off 4 infantry, and 10 were killed by our allies. We killed 2 AT guns. 6 of those were killed by our allies. We killed no tanks or self-propelled guns. 4 of them were killed by allies. We killed 3 other vehicles. 4 killed by allies. We had 5 quests assigned and completed 3 of them. Quests. Let's display the campaign journals. See what that's about. All right. Up, down, we can go. I don't know what the hell's happening here. Page up, page down. Is this the top or the bottom? I assume it goes from top to bottom. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Interesting. All right. Escape. Let's escape again. Let's escape again. Let's see high scores. Did we make that list at all? I guess we did. Willard Machinsky with a score of 180. Killed on July 30th, 1944. Poor Gerald Goal. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You know what? While you're here, just because this is such a short video, I'm going to try one last thing. Let's do a new campaign. Let's see if I can demonstrate the error I'm encountering with Canada's Best, or if it starts. If it starts, I may play through again. Let's just see what happens. Enter. We're going to go with a strict and realistic. Yes, everything's fine. August 8th. We're going to keep that as the date because that's the date it assigned. Okay. Refitting. Let's do the standard. Okay, it would be Cairo. It would be Calvin Kaiser. That's an unfortunate name when you're fighting the Germans. All right. You may add upgrade. Yeah. Let's do exactly the same thing. It's from Windsor, Ontario. That's my fucking hometown. Calvin Kaiser, my man, from my hometown. That's awesome. You know what, let's give him 3 straight up. Let's find out for the record if we can do 3 fire directions. Is it possible? All right, he's got the best fire direction possible. All right, Arnold Collins from Sudbury, Ontario. I've been there. Not recently, but I have been there. Again, I think this is a moot point. Like, we're assigning stuff as if it's gonna. Let's just give them all. Let's give them all one category. All right, Michael from Montreal. I've certainly been there. Might be going there next weekend if I book something I just auditioned for. Or had a callback for yesterday. If I book it, I'll be shooting in Montreal next weekend. Wish me luck, Michael Felton. Charlie McBurney, Vancouver, BC. I've been there for work many times. Leonardo, France. What a weird amalgam of names. Spanish or Italian name with a French name. Fort McMurray. I've not been there, but I dated somebody from there. Sure. I don't. Assistant driver. No, we want the shell tosser. That's what we want. In case this works. All right. Now here's where we ran into problems last time. Right off the bat. August 8th, 1944, you can see on the left, HQ offers your crew a transfer to a new tank. What I have been doing is switching to the offered tank. When I take it, I mean, it's an upgrade, man. It's a Sherman 2 instead of a Sherman. Much bigger gun, I think. Better armor. I don't know why we're offered it right off the bat. It seems to me that's a bug in itself. But I'm going to not take it. I'm just going to advance to the next day and see if that gets us over the hump. It's still August 8th, 1944, refitting. They offer us a new tank. Nah, let's go to the next day. It's August 8th, 1944, refitting. All right, let's take that tank. S. Can it be undone? Are you sure? Yes. This one's called Maiden Castle. Your maiden is in another castle. Let's advance to the next day. August 8th, 1944. It's fucking Groundhog Day in the Canadian campaign. Let's try something here that's not going to work, but let's try it because, well, fucking Firefly, that's cool. Has a big-ass fucking gun. Yeah, let's switch to that randomly. For, fucking Murder Incorporated. Alright. It's a grim-ass name. Let's advance to the next day. Alright, I'm going to try one last thing. One last desperate hope to get this working. Let's quit. Let's continue the camp. Let's actually fully quit. Out of the game. Let's fire up Armored Commander. Let's continue our campaign. And let's advance to the next. Fuck. See, that's what I'm saying. Canada's Best is not working, at least in version 1.04. Canada's Best is completely borked, which sucks because that's, I think, an amazing draw for this game for any Canadians who are playing. I think it's amazing. If you're watching, you know what? While we're here, let's finish this last line. Again, it was such a short video. I'm taking time to do things I should have done on video 1, and that is finding out this gentleman's name. Give me half a second. Rogue Basin. Let's go there. Not Rogue Basin. Learn to type. Rogue Basin. Okay, we're going here. And I'm going to type in Armored Commander. I think it's Calvin Stock. Is that right? Do I have that right? No, I do not. Gary Adam Scott and Eric Normando, along with revisions, perhaps, or else the Reverend Sudasana. It's got bracket Rev Sudasana. Maybe it's Reverend. I don't know. Those are the actual creators. Gregory Adam Scott, if you're watching this. Eric Normando, if you're watching this. Yeah. For sure, Canada's Best, as you see, has a serious fucking problem. If you can fix it. I know you're working on Armored Commander 2, but come on, man. Come on. Fix this. All right, I'm done for the day. Have a good day, everybody. I'll talk to you at tomorrow probably. Bye. Hey guys, this is just a quick addendum I wanted to throw in here. I got kind of obsessed with this game. I really kind of fell in love with it. One of the problems I've mentioned before with playing a lot of roguelikes for this channel is that I don't get to spend a lot of time with any given game unless it turns into a long-term game. I don't get to spend a lot of time, so I don't always get all the charms of a game revealed to me the way I would want to. And for some reason, this game just sort of stuck in my head, and I went back and played it a whole bunch of times yesterday. And as you can see here, yeah, I ended up getting I didn't win, but I did get much higher scores. Willard Machinsky, wherever he is, you can see is the score we were playing through with you, but I got 3 other scores that were higher than that, especially Clyde Holman, who kicked the crap out of it. Survived a lot longer. It's a really, really solid game, so I just wanted to praise it. I also wanted to reveal a few things that I learned about it because I didn't play well or right when you were watching. I'm almost tempted to just re-record the entire thing, but I did 4 videos. I've already uploaded a few of them, so I'm just going to let it stand. But I'll play more if you guys want me to. Just tell me, and I'll be happy to jump back into this game. So here's a few things I did learn that are very, very important. Some of it you've seen a bit as we went along. One is that you can indeed fire the main gun or the coax machine gun on the same turn that you rotate the cannon. It's early on in this playthrough I was playing where you had to rotate the cannon, and that was your entire turn. But if you just put fire main cannon or fire coax, when it comes time to fire, you can then rotate the gun to face whatever you want at that point and fire at it. There is a -1 or +1, I guess, penalty to hit if you turn the turret on the same turn that you fire, though. So if you can turn it in advance, it's better. Likewise, very important, you can indeed fire the main gun on the same turn that you are reloading. And if you have an empty gun and or if you're changing the gun load, if you got HE and you need AP and you give your loader a command to change the gun load, you can still give your gunner a command to fire the main gun, and he still will do so. You won't be able to maintain rate of fire because half the turn is spent pulling a shell out and sticking another one in, but you can at least get one shot off. So just be aware that that option exists. Something that I think was revealed as we played, but just to qualify it a bit more, you do get a bonus to hit for firing consecutively at the same target, provided that target hasn't moved. There is a maximum on this. It seems to be about 2. It seems to be 2 bonuses you can gain. If you fire it the first time, you get no bonus. The second time you fire at the same target, you'll get a +1 or 2 to hit. or -1, I guess, or 2 to hit as it's called in this game. If you fire a third time, you'll get an extra 1 or 2 to hit. I can't quite nail down what the exact parameters are on how much you gain, but you do gain a bonus. So firing at the same target again and again is a good way to hit. If you first fired it and it says you have -1 to hit, it doesn't mean you shouldn't keep firing at it, because you'll have a better chance as you go along. If your people do die, and I don't mean all at once the way they kind of did, well, when we were playing here, we died, and that was the end of the game. But in some of my other playthroughs, I lost crew members and kept going because my commander survived. You will get replacements. Sometimes they're every bit as good as the people you lost, in the sense that they still have as many skill points. I was surprised. I assumed they'd be all level 1, but they're not, which is a good thing because the game does get harder. But sometimes they're not. I had my first batch of replacements in that Clyde Holman game there. I lost half my crew. They all came in with the same number of skill points. The second batch, because he lost them again, came in with some of them had the same number of skill points, and one of them was a pure private with just 1 skill point. So it's kind of variable. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great way to handle that situation. We were talking at one point about the inability to pull the special ammo out of the ammo reserves. There's a reason for this, it turns out, and it took me a while to figure out. One thing that's I think a minor problem in this game. Most roguelikes make a very concrete distinction between upper and lowercase letters. We saw this in the case of the artillery here, where it kind of ignores that. If you remember, we were looking to fire artillery, and it was like it had capital A artillery to press, press capital A next to artillery to fire artillery. Press lowercase r next to airstrike to do an airstrike. But in fact, you needed to press lowercase a and not uppercase. The same thing happens with transferring of ammo. If you press, it lists them all as capital letters, P, U, J, whatever it is, all these different letters to transfer that type of ammo from the stores into your tank. If you press that letter in uppercase, which is what I pressed it as every time because it's listed in uppercase, it didn't dawn on me that they would be looking for a lowercase, it'll transfer 10 of that type. If you press it in lowercase, it'll transfer 1 round of that type. So if you need to transfer less than 10 in a given stockpile, you got to use the lowercase letter. Something else very important, we did it a bit where once you've identified a target, or even if you haven't identified, you've just located, you can put your mouse atop that target to learn more about it. We did that a few times. One thing I was kind of overlooking, you can actually tell which way it's facing. If it says rear, if you point at it, it says rear facing, it means it has its ass pointing at you. Good time to shoot at it. If it says side facing, it has its side facing at you. Very important to know because there's no graphical distinction there. You actually have to use the mouse over to determine which side of their body you'd be firing at. So keep that in mind. There are opportunities to kill tougher monsters, tanks, as such, if you look for an opening. Especially with the self-propelled guns, I realized after a while. Sometimes even though I couldn't hurt the guns, some of them were really, really powerful, and I couldn't get through their armor with a shell, even with armor piercing. Once in a while I would hit a lucky blow and I would immobilize it, and because the self-propelled guns cannot turn their turret, at that point all I had to do is drive around the side and it's a sitting duck, and then I can pump in some rounds and it's gone. Last couple of things I wanted to mention. The blue terrain that we saw towards the end of the game, we're like, I don't know if that's impassable or not. It is impassable. Do not try to cut through blue terrain. It's not like it's tough to go through. You cannot get through it. So make sure you take that into account when you're figuring out your route. It seemed to me there was one other thing I wanted to mention, but whatever that is, I've lost track of it. It is a long-term game if you can survive. I think Clyde Holman. I mean, technically, if you look at, we started on July 27th, and he finished on August 21st, so he was in there almost 30 days. It listed him as only doing like 13 days or something like that. I think that's how many days you've actually been in combat, but it listed it as 13 out of 68, which may mean you have to do 68 full days of combat. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But be aware, it could be not quite an Angband length, but you can probably get a good. If you were to play this thing through from beginning to end and actually beat it, you could probably easily get 15 or 20 hours out of a full game. All right, that's all I got to say, guys. I really, really like this game. Congratulations to the dudes who made it. I'm really, really impressed. And to me, it is, a wonderful indication of just how diverse the roguelike scene is. And all these games are free, man. It feels like we've found an absolute treasure trove that the bulk of the public just isn't aware is here. And I pity them. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Have a good day, guys. If anybody else plays this game, let me know if you can beat my Clyde Holman score. What was that? That was 661. See ya.